though. So I was in here the other day, a little bit worse for wear, but at least trying to make a start on getting rid of all of this rose, interestingly, and rose. You know, I put down all of this weed suppressant, this bâche désherbée, and you can see all the fougères, the ferns have come up and the brambles have come up. This is grass trimmings. So I think I've gone and shot myself in the foot. I may cover all this with cardboard this winter just to fucking fuck them off, but that'll be full of seed. In fact, I might even just fuck the lot off up there, because that's no good. But I thought I'd make this video because as I was pulling out all of this rose, I learned that the brambles themselves are changing the way that they're doing stuff. So they're coming up through the seams, and normally what they do is, you know, they make a head like that. I mean, that's not going to do anything. But underneath, you know, they're still fine. But what they're doing now, I can't really find a good example. Yeah, here we go. You would have thought they'd... Where's the camera? Where's the camera? There it is. You would have thought they bounce on the top and then they put a root down like this. But now, what they're actually doing is they're growing from underneath. Where did I find it? I can't remember where I left it specifically for this video. They're coming from, they're punching up through the bâche. They've learned. I can't find the good example that I had the other day, but trust me. So I'm learning that even this great investment that I had to kill off the runs here, I knew there would be one or two stragglers. But you know, this stuff grows just, look, I mean, it's just pissing off the edges here. The bâche goes all the way back here. Look at all that junk. It's just tumbling over the sides. Really is a fight to keep all that cut back. But it's kind of doing the job underneath. See, this is what I mean. That's what they normally do. Bounce on the top. And then they'll puncture through. And weirdly, because we're not getting the cold winter and wet that I was expecting, underneath, you see, it's just dry fucking brambles. Because previously, you'll see in a previous video, it was all like that. In fact, the whole fucking garden was like that. So, it's progress. It's a very expensive progress. But I would have thought that would have kept the moisture underneath, at least started the decomposition process. Yeah, that's another project. I've got to close all that off. That's where the sanglier comes down from. In fact, there's a track there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go, top of my head. That's a sanglier trap. I need to drop that. That's a job for winter. Anyway, here it's just, I guess it's just been so dry that all I've done is prevented the other runs from growing through. I can feel it crunching under my feet. Whereas on this other side, it feels a lot more like the soil is bubbling up, like the worms are doing their bit. I mean, look, even this is all overgrown. This is still under. I mean, Adrian, thank you very much, Adrian. He put a load of straw everywhere, and all of this, all of this is still under cover, under the bâche, under the Mypex, whatever it is. So I don't quite know what to plant here, really. I don't want to put holes in the bâche. I was thinking maybe I could plant along Right, the joins, row after row. How many rows would that be? That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of strawberries. I think this is about 50 meters long. What did I say? 5? So that's 250 plants. Which is not a lot. And then just a huge waste of space in between. But I guess, you know, the following year, that hopefully all that junk underneath would have actually rotted down a bit. And this would be good for growing something. Once I've cleared all this junk, of course. So I don't know. Is it a good investment to have done that? You tell me. I mean, I reckon if I took this off now, they would all just bubble back up. If I rotivate it, I'll make the problem worse. I don't really want to rotivate, generally. But it's just a nice, huge bit of land. It's relatively flat. It's probably about 17, 20 degrees, mostly. Gets a bit flatter down there. And you would have thought whatever moisture comes here, but it's as dry as Gandhi's flip-flop. So yeah, any ideas of what maybe I could do with that? I was thinking also I could plant, if I got this covered in straw, I could plant tomatoes all the way along the top there and then let them trail on the floor, because that's basically how they do it in Italy. And tomatoes are a vine plant. They're not actually meant to grow up. They're meant to crawl along the floor as a plant. Or I could just I could do the same but with courgettes, you know, stuff like that, butternut. Just have the whole place covered in that. And then I've still got this problem with the rataupier. I haven't actually seen them eat anything here. And I haven't seen any evidence of them in there, but I bet you that's where they're fucking living, in there. So, answers on a postcard, I suppose. Quite like the idea of getting a few fruit trees in there, at least to put a bit of shadow on there. But again, newly planted fruit trees is perfect for the rataupier. I mean, literally, trees are falling down naturally not naturally, in the forest itself, because the rataupier, the voles, are eating the roots of anything and everything at the minute. I suspect 2022 is basically my channel is just going to be full of fucking rataupier, fucking voles, blah 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 blah. But saying that, in here, I'm surprised to report that I've still got leaks. I've had no problems up here, just to be expected, but I did have a massive problem with moles and voles in here. But then what I did is I put a load of sulphur, gardening sulphur, in a watering can. In fact, I think I can prove that. In there, that's sulphur water, and I just stick that down the holes, and they don't seem to have come back, which I'm quite impressed with. They're probably hibernating behind the wall. And yeah, I've got a load of corn growing for some reason, but yeah. Anyway, comments are welcome. Tell me what you think. I'm going to put some fat balls up for the birds, then I'm going to go home and eat something. Anyway, many thanks, catch you in a bit.